So the Honorable will be giving us the keynote address and really just telling us in brief what the government of the Republic of Namibia is doing for young people in this regard.
That's an elephant. Thank you so much. First of all, let me just say, Mr. Jonathan, there was very short notice. I had to bring Madam along and say, please come and talk about your young professionals program. After Hama called me, I think he spoke what, Monday?
Monday, yeah.
But I'm very happy that you could turn up. It just shows that there is a hunger, Mr. Jonathan. We need more Namibians actually getting 100% full scholarships to the United States of America and elsewhere. And this is testament to that the young people of Namibia are ready. They are ready to come back. Are we coming back for this? We're get stuck there now. Come back and continue building our country. So all protocol observed. I will not really give a keynote address because the information handed here was what we wanted to happen. That the information of Frederico's journey, and it's very interesting. And I remember he didn't understand why I'm not taking this scholarship. I said, you know, I know your situation. And that time we had a very lengthy conversation. We were just in high school. And he was my junior, and I said, look, you don't have any prospects. I have NASFA. I can go through NASFA, I can get a bursary, I can find other ways. But for you to be very difficult. Let's try. Let you apply for this. Hopefully you'll get it. And he finally got it. And I remember after the interview, he was saying, I answered this question, was it wrong? And I remember he answered some question wrong. I was like, how would you think about it that way? Why didn't you know? But you finally got it, and you went to ALA for 2 years. And I'm very glad that as soon as he went through that journey, we've been in touch, finished ALA, said, you know, I've got a full scholarship, I'm going to New York, I'm going to study. He went to New York, and now here we are, full circle. Him giving back to the country that made all of that possible. It's not me, it's about Namibia, and it facilitated that journey for him. And I'm very glad that you really came back and bringing that opportunity back to fellow Namibians. Because you're basically Namibian at this point. Namibians to get the same opportunity that you got to get a scholarship to study in the United States of America. NYC, this is basically my second home, even though I've not come here officially. I've interacted with the EC, the NYC colleagues in the regions mostly. Because when you're in the capital, there's just no time. In fact, guys, I'm dodging Parliament because I'm here. Let's just be clear, I'm dodging Parliament. After this, I have to actually run back. But I'm very glad, EC, always with your support. We can organize something so short notice with your affiliate organization of NANSO, my alma mater, my school of leadership. Where we say NANSO, we graduate. And that's what we say, NANSO, we graduate. And after you graduate, there's just this hunger of getting another qualification. Don't ask me why I'm doing another qualification, but there's always something in the works. But that's the school of valuing education in Namibia. We know our forefathers and mothers who have been fighting for this country. And I know, yes, we don't always want to hear about that. But the foundation of every state is that you must understand the vision your foremothers and forefathers have. And while they were fighting on the battlefront, they said, when an independent Namibia happens, who's going to man the hospitals? Who's going to teach our kids? Who's going to, maintain our infrastructure? They were smart enough to say, while the elder people are fighting, the younger people must go to school. Some school in the Scandinavian countries, some in Germany, some in Russia, others in Cuba. But that's because our foremothers and forefathers knew that education will elevate the country's development. And I think this is what we are continuing here. Education has changed since then. It has become difficult. We're talking about equitable access to education, quality access to education, and the gaps that exist in every country. And post-COVID-19, I can tell you now, when we have conversations at international platforms and looking at how technology can assist education, because we saw during the pandemic that technology cannot be too far away from education. All over the world, developing countries, we're struggling with education. We just unfortunately were the hardest hit after COVID-19. Before the structural challenges and now after the structural challenges are becoming difficult to handle. So the opportunities for this very few Namibians, Mr. Jonathan, and I keep on emphasizing on that because you said, well, Hama, our honorary Namibian you have met, Olavi you have met, and now you have met your third, fourth, and 100th Namibian now, because we are very few as a nation. So you can imagine the impact. If only 100 young Namibians are facilitated where they have full-fledged 100% school scholarships internationally, that makes literally a dent in the Namibian economy. It makes a dent in the lives of Namibians. Because when that young person comes back, where they have a competitive degree to show to work in this country or work elsewhere, contributing back to Namibia, you feel it almost immediately. So small population, large country as you'll see, but the potential is there. So colleagues, I hope this information was valuable, was helpful. We're not going to leave Mr. Jonathan. He's also an honorary Namibian now. Because he needs to facilitate scholarships for you. If not for me, for you specifically, for our sisters and brothers as young Namibians. Education is expensive in most cases. Spaces are limited and it's constantly changing. Madam Pororo, you worked at ILO and the landscape of the job market is changing. New skills need to come in, new skills need to be reworked. Young people need to be able to be ready for an ever-changing environment. Technologies are not even threatening our ability to make an income. I saw the other day a driverless car, and I'm thinking, now what happens to the Uber driver, the airport driver, the in driver, if all of this technology takes over. So we need to be prepared to be at the background, at least to man the systems, if anything. So we must be ready to explore professions that are not so, mainstream. Yes, we have an oversupply now, and that's what we're facing in Namibia, of particular professions, whether it's teachers, some instances HR, graduates, business administration, and perhaps these are the courses that we thought were easier or much cheaper and so on, but we are now inundated with graduates that aren't able to secure employment because we are overflowing with those graduates. We need niche professions to tap into niche markets to bring new industries in Namibia. We have the green hydrogen that has also proposed scholarships. The first round was done, there's a second round. Let's look at that. Let's ensure that we apply for those green hydrogen scholarships because it's a completely new industry. The first world can't even talk about it. Only now they're actually trying to discover what to do with an entire green hydrogen industry, which has a lot of supply chain solutions that requires young people to take care of this. At the Ministry of ICT, we're trying to look at a concept of teleworking, where you sit in Namibia but work for an insurance company in the United States, or in India, or in Pakistan, as a call center agent. You get your salary the same way I would get my salary from government. You get your benefits, but you're sitting right here in Namibia. All you need is internet and a working device. That is what we're trying to basically offshore the talent Namibia has. If we cannot find employment here, let the employment rates needed elsewhere. Let us grab that as Namibians. Lastly, I have worked with the missions. Shiranis, you won't believe. We have a quota as Namibians in the UN and the AU and many other international organizations. So how the system works is that every country tries to get its nationals into these jobs. But because it was not equitable, they decided, you know what, every country should get a percentage. Guaranteed that if you have Namibians in this profession, it's almost automatic because we have a quota we need to fill. It's been 33 years now. Namibia has never maximized its quota. At the AU, at the UN. Why? I have a few theories. Maybe I'm like Hama. I'm one of those with the Hama situation where I was given a scholarship and said, no, I want to rather stay at home. Maybe as Namibians we are too comfortable We don't want to go out there and suffer. But we need to suffer in order to grow. So we're not reaching the quota because we hear, oh, this job is in, I won't say a particular country, I don't want to offend anyone. Then you say, no, where is that? Where? I'm alright. We only want to hear, oh, certain places, but it's job opportunities. So for those who will be transitioning into professions now, let us find a way to get into our international organizations. There is a quota for us. In fact, every month I've asked the missions in Addis Ababa and New York to send me a list. There's literally a document of all the vacancies. You can go to the website, it's all there. But I said, you know what, send it to me. I send it to my staff, they send it to all the WhatsApp groups, hopefully to reach somebody somewhere, somehow, who can apply, because there's nothing streamlined at the moment. But there's an opportunity there, we need to grab it. So, any little thing, moving colleagues, we must grab, we must drive towards it. Our challenges, not only government alone can solve. Some things we need to do ourselves, some of the work we need to do ourselves. Yes, we need to be patient, we need to try harder, we need to try over and over again, but we cannot sit and fold our arms. That thing we cannot do. We cannot sit and fold our arms and expect a scholarship to fall in our lap or a job to fall in our lap. We need to do the work. And I hope that this talk and the prospects of somebody in this group, somebody in this city, somebody in this country who will benefit from this now important collaboration and networking that they've done here, Jonathan, will ensure that when we have more testimonies of Hama and Malawi, we can get more Namibians out there at the highest institutions of higher learning, top-notch Ivy League. Namibians have done it, and more of us can do it more. We have the right to be at Rochester, we have the right to be at Harvard, we have the right to be at Oxford, we have the right to be at Sciences School. Let us ensure we have those opportunities when they come. Let us put the work. Consult NANSO, consult MIC, consult MICT, consult, look for help when opportunity comes its way. Don't sit and think you're not worthy. Namibian child, you're worthy, and this is an opportunity. Thank you very much.